Hi everyone, so this is going to be the book to video tag, which was created by Jenna. I will leave a link in the description below or wherever YouTube moves it, if they ever move that thing again. And I'm gonna try this really quick because my battery's dying. Ugh. So question number 1, favorite book to movie adaptations, and I'm gonna have to say The Hunger Games, which by that I mean The Hunger Games and Catching Fire, obviously. Emma, the Masterpiece version with Jonny Lee Miller and Romola Garai. That movie actually made me like the book Emma, so that was pretty good. The Secret Garden, the 1993 version. That's amazing. And 10 Things I Hate About You, which is sort of cheating because I've never actually read Taming of the Shrew, but I like the movie, so let's count it. Question number 2 is worst book to movie adaptations, and really there's just 2 that come to the top of my head, and they are Ella Enchanted and Confessions of a Shopaholic. I actually don't mind either of them really as films. I think they're fairly decent films. They're just horrible adaptations, and both of those books meant a lot to me. Ella Enchanted was a huge book to me as a kid, and Confessions of a Shopaholic continues to be one of my favorite novels, so to see it ruined in such a way was horrible. Horrible. Question number 3, best and worst book to TV adaptations, and I have to say I haven't really watched a lot, or if I have, I'm not aware that that's what they are. So I like Bones, I don't know, which is sort of based on books, but not really at all, and I've never read them, so can't comment if they're good or not. And then I've read like 100 pages of Game of Thrones, and I like that. Oh, and then Legend of the Seeker. I really like Legend of the Seeker. It's a little campy, but that's my style, so I don't mind. And I've read the first book in the Sword of Truth series, Wizard's First Rule, and while I think the show changes a lot, mostly in tone from Terry Goodkind's work, I think that it makes it accessible to like mainstream America or the world, I guess. I don't know. Like, I read the book after I saw the show, and I own Stone of Tears and plan on reading it at some point this year, and I would like to finish the series, and I wouldn't do that if I had never watched the show, so in that way it did good things. Number 4, most accurate cast. I'm gonna go with The Hunger Games, hands down. I didn't even believe in the whole cast to begin with, but Josh Hutcherson has really proved himself to me. The dude that plays Finnick, I can't remember his name right now. I really questioned him, but I love him in the movie. I think Donald Sutherland is amazing. I think Lenny Kravitz that's my favorite character. It's Finnick and Sinner are like my favorites, and Lenny Kravitz did an amazing job. Just really the cast all around. Elizabeth Banks, oh my gosh, is Effie. Woody Harrelson, I could go on. I love that cast so much. Worst cast, I don't have like a worst overall cast, but I would definitely say Valentine in The City of Bones, and I don't actually, that's sort of not true. I think Jonathan Rhys-Meyers could have done a good Valentine. I think it was more of a costuming and directing and writing snafu, but whatever. And then Gwyneth Paltrow as Emma in that version of Emma. She was horrible. Horrible. Best effects in a movie adaptation. I don't really know. I can't think of anything, so I guess The Hunger Games? Catching Fire, I really liked what they did in there, I guess. I don't know. Or the Narnia movies. Oh, and Narnia is one of my top adaptations. I'm not sure I said that. Number 7, books that should be adapted that haven't been. For sure, for me, The Black Dagger Brotherhood by J.R. Ward. That should be adapted to a TV show, not a movie though. It would be amazing, like Game of Thrones style, if it was on like HBO or Showtime or something, so they could get really gritty and into it, and it would just be so many kinds of awesome. And then the Bridgertons by Julia Quinn. I think not enough romances are adapted, and when they are, they're done in cheesy ways, and it would be nice to see somebody take an honest look at them, and I think the Bridgertons is a good like foundation for that. It's a nice core series, I guess. And then Graceling by Kristen Cashore. I just love that book and think it would make an amazingly interesting movie if they did it right. Next question is, if you could have one movie or series remade to match the quality of Catching Fire, which one would it be? And honestly, it'd have to be Ella Enchanted. It's just, I mean, at least Confessions of a Shopaholic kept some of the spirit of of the book, but I feel Ella Enchanted didn't. I think whoever wrote that script or okayed that script or whatever just completely lost the magic of that book and the message that the book had and the characters and just everything. I really think it lost a lot of that. So it'd be nice to have it actually realized. And it's a darker book than people think. I feel like the movie kind of makes it seem like it's this light, fun, why do I keep playing with my hair? This light, fun story, which it is a fun story. It's a children's story, but it could have been done better. Number 9, your Hollywood fan cast for a favorite book that has not been adapted. This one I decided to go with another adult book, and I went with The Undomestic Goddess by Sophie Kinsella, which is one of her standalones. It's probably my favorite standalone by her. And I just cast 3 characters. The main character, Samantha, I think Emilia Clarke, who's in Game of Thrones, as a brunette, which I don't remember if the character is described as having dark hair or not, but in my head she does. I think Emilia Clarke would be amazing. So, and she plays Daenerys Targaryen in Game of Thrones, in case you're wondering. She's a little young, but well, it's not true. She's a year older than me. Wow. I'm getting old. And then the main guy, Nathaniel, I think it would probably have to be either Jamie Dornan or Colin O'Donoghue, who were both in Once Upon a Time. I'm leaning more towards Colin O'Donoghue. He plays Hook in Once Upon a Time. Jamie Dornan played the sheriff in season 1. He just has this like rugged but clean thing going on, and I think he would do well in that role. And he's attractive, which never hurts. And then Nathaniel's mom, whose name I cannot remember for the life of me, and I couldn't find it in the book, Julie Walters, who most people will know her as Mrs. Weasley from the Harry Potter movies. She's just such a mom. Like, she's just so cool, and that's how that character is in there. She like takes Samantha under her wing and teaches her all kinds of things, and I can just picture her in there, and like a lot of it happens in the kitchen. I can just picture her being in the kitchen with her and stuff. That, or if you could like build a time machine and get like Maggie Smith from like 30 or 40 years ago, she would be awesome too. And the last question is best soundtrack and or score for a book to movie adaptation. And so I did a soundtrack and a score. So best soundtrack, I'm gonna have to say, is 10 Things I Hate About You. I love that soundtrack. I think it's an amazing, amazing, amazing soundtrack, and it's so perfect for the time that that movie came out. And then for score, I'm gonna have to go with pretty much any of the Chronicles of Narnia movies, but particularly The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I love that music. I don't listen to a lot of scores, but that is one that I listen to all the time. I love the Blitz song, the When Lucy like meets Mr. Tumnus song, and then there's a song at the end that I cannot remember. It's like just the beginning or at the beginning or something like that. And the battles, they're all just such amazing, beautiful, beautiful songs. And I haven't seen that movie in years, but when I listen to those songs, I know exactly where they are in the movie. So that is good. So that is the book to movie adaptation tag. I'm sorry if I talked a little extra I'm sorry if I talked a little extra fast. I can see my little battery thing, and I'm so scared it's gonna die. Thank you, Jenna, for creating this tag. I thought it was really fun, and it was interesting to think about, and it was nice that I could answer multiple things for questions instead of just being limited to just one. So thanks again. If you want to answer these questions, you can just answer them down in the comments or make a video and let Jenna know. That'd be cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.